matchmaking will be disabled in about 4 minutes, because downtime. It's OBS. So, Chapter 4, Season 1 will be ending properly in about half an hour, and this is the last match that I will ever play. So, I kind of want to just, I feel like the game's a little too loud, I don't know. But I want to give a little video off-script recording, just my opinions on the season. So, starting off, the map, I've gone through phases. When season first came out, I really liked it, and then I kind of thought it was okay later on, and then it kind of grew on me. So it's flopped. I mean, that's not flopped, but it's like fluctuated. That's the word. Also, one second. Okay, I stayed in VC earlier, just didn't leave, and I didn't know if someone else was in the VC, listening to me. So there's two main issues I had with the map starting out. One is that the snow area just isn't very fun in build mode because there aren't no trees except like up here. There ain't no trees really. There aren't bricks. I mean, not bricks. There aren't like rocks really. You just don't have opportunities to get a ton of mats. So in build mode, it's not really worth going to, and that's like a whole third of the map. Like, yeah, you can go there, but you just can't really get mats. There's some furniture, and that's it. And then also a lot of the places to me kind of blended in because they're not as distinct as other. I don't want to say that because like salty, greasy, retail, pleasant, and the chapter 1 map, they're all like really similar, but like I don't know. Starting out, it's really hard to differentiate breakwater through anvil with faulty. You know, like yeah, they're like geologically a little different, but I don't know. It's just kind of confusing. So I was like, I don't know, but I think it's good. It's probably better, probably objectively the best map so far. I have a bias towards Chapter 1, so I'll always prefer it, but my seeing things, there's a guy just run in front of me like that. I don't know anymore. But yeah, it's a good map. I hope that Season 2, they don't just start nuking it like they have other chapters, where it's like, oh wow, look at this cool new map. Oh, I know what I want to see. It'd get destroyed and be unrecognizable. That's so cool. Really hope they stop doing that. Yeah, so good season, a good map. So guns, this is the most important part of any good season. The guns. It's not the best, but it's definitely good. ARs, we have the normal SCAR, which was renamed to AR. I mean, I guess it's always been called AR, but then they downgraded it to the other rarities, so now it's not like the AR and the SCAR, it's just the SCAR, which I'm fine with. And I really like the SCAR this season. There's also the new Red Eye, which is kind of a nerfed MK, which also, generally, I prefer using the SCAR, because I can't really show it off right now, because I don't have one. But when ADSing, it has better accuracy. So, like, switching to it as a backup SMG, for example, SCARs work okay, but Red Eyes don't, because the accuracy is just too bad. So AR is good this season. There's nothing to complain about. Seriously, Police Splendor. Alright, can I stop getting that? I don't want Forecast. I don't want Police Splendor. Oh my god. I don't want either one of these. These are both garbage. I don't want these. Okay, I'll take that. Oh my god. Oh, at least I have a Cypher quest. I don't need it. I am level 300 already. Shotguns, there's the Thunder and the Maven. Thunder kind of sucks. Maven is good, but then they unbolted the Heavy, which is the first season I've actually used the new Heavy. Obviously, I used it back in Chapter 1, but, like, the new Heavy, I really like it. I don't really use it in solos because it's too unreliable while ADSing, but I really like using it in duos or squads, being, like, in the back a little bit, dealing 100 damage a single shot, because the thing is crazy. I love it. And then SMGs, I don't like the machine SMG, I just don't. And the twin mag, I really like everything about it. It does good amount of damage, good amount of accuracy. Whole twin mag, I don't play shooter games really, other than Fortnite, so whole twin mag system is really cool. Reloads fast the first time, slow the second time, whatnot. I like it. So overall, guns, really the only thing notable is that pistols got a heavy buff. Like, they used to be, oh, I have a pistol because I can't find a gun, so I'll use it as a backup SMG or a backup AR. Now pistols are actually really competent. Like, not really as an SMG replacement, but like a lot of cases it works as an AR, and I like that. I didn't know that this was one of the events. Marksman rifles. I don't like marksman rifles. Normal DMR or Cobra. I don't. Why did they bring back the DMR? Like, I get they want to have a marksman, but they literally had the DMR, and then they upgraded it to the Cobra DMR last season, and then they bring back the normal DMR. Like, they're so similar. Like, who prefers the Cobra over the normal? Cobra's way better. I mean, who prefers normal over the Cobra? So, I don't know why they brought back the DMR. And there was a new marksman rifle, the Excalibur. It was really overpowered at the start, but it's fine nowadays. It's a little too hard to use to be considered like insanely overpowered. You know, because it's like trajectory and it's like how long it takes to get there. It's kind of hard to use in a good way, you know, because it's if it was really easy to use, it'd be too OP. Also, hammers, they're vaulted right now. And they might just never come back. They've vaulted like day before yesterday, I think, due to some issue, which is really sad. Like, it's at the end of the season. There aren't any events going on. You know, just let us play with it just until the season ends, in case it's not going to come back next season, you know. If it does come back next season, then whatever. But it's going to really suck if that's the last time we can use it, because it's genuinely a really good item. Like, I complain about Fortnite a lot, but Hammer, it started off a little too overpowered, but by like a week or two, it became really good. As a mobility item, you know, you can fly across the map. Really fun to do. Really powerful. Great. And as a weapon, it could have originally attacked through blocks, which was just too much. But then they nerfed it. They can't attack through blocks, nerf the damage, nerf the speed. So now it's not a suitable replacement to a weapon. But as a backup, it's really great because, like, it hits the player back. So you can charge up to someone and just whack them with the hammer, and then they'll be caught off guard. And so, is another Rift event happening? Since when has there been? What is happening? But you know, you can attack them. They'll be caught off guard. They're flying through the air, so they can't ADS, but you can. So you know, hit them. So your AR, you can get a free shot or two, and then just hammer over to them. You're flying through the air, so you're harder to hit. Hit them with a shotgun on the way down. Really fun to use weapon. Just a really good inclusion. I really hope it comes back next season. So weapons overall are good. And then there's new some added, the augments, which are just perks. I've never played any other game with perks, honestly. I don't play shooter games. I mostly just play Nintendo games. Like, Fortnite's one of the only non-Nintendo games I actually play. But I really like the augment system. It gives stuff like Siphon. Apparently Siphon might come back. Why can't I search it? Siphon might come back. It gives stuff like a perfect balance for stuff like glider redeploy, where it started out as just you could do it whenever, however, in whatever mode, which was really fun, but it was a little too powerful because fall damage was completely eliminated. And then glider redeploy was turned into like an item you would hold, but like unless you were a pro, it really wasn't good to hold, because like, do you really want to have 10 redeploys over some heals or sniper or something? Like, no, you can just not take the fall damage. It was useful sometimes. It just wasn't worth carrying, but having as an augment is perfect. And then also just other ones, it's just really nice. You know, we reroll it with gold, which I like, because before there just wasn't a use for gold really. Like, you could hire NPCs. Wow, so helpful. NPCs most of the time would sell you garbage. Hello. It'd be like, hey, do you want to buy a pistol? Oh, you don't? What about a green pistol? And then also vending machines. Really, the only useful ones were the heal ones, to be honest, because all other ones just never had good items in stock. So gold was practically worthless, and I was very often last season just at max the whole time. But this season, you know, having them reroll with augments actually gives them a purpose, and so I'm not just sitting there at max all season, which is nice. And they've been 100. Were they 50 at the start? I don't remember. I don't know. They're 100 now at least to reroll. with the first one being free. I like that. It's good balance. It was up to 200 during Most Wanted, but I'll talk about that later. That was a great update. They also changed how keys work in comparison to last season. Now they're only used to open these, which is fine. I kind of liked the vault system last season, but whatever. Yeah, like some drag splashes. So, Battle Pass. Oh, I don't know why I'm putting such bot lobbies. I mean, I mostly been playing on my friend's account the last couple days. And also, I haven't played build mode in forever, so that's probably why. But Battle Pass, it's the best we've had in a while, but that doesn't say much. Like, the only Battle Pass skin the entire last chapter I actually, like is Meowskulls. Most other skins were just generic human wearing casual clothing or IP I don't care about. Like, wow, it's Indiana Jones, my favorite. Or, wow, a Spider-Man ×2. You know me, huge Spider-Man guy. Like, you know, it's not inherently bad. Like, I don't have a thing against collabs, but battle passes are supposed to be exciting, and having IP, like, wow, Doctor Strange, that only appeals to Doctor Strange fans. So if I'm so dumb, you know, it only appeals to Doctor Strange fans. So having fully original, I mean, there's Doom Guy and Witcher, which it's not as bad to me because they're both gaming skins, and you know, this is a game, not a movie. A lot of the battle pass is just like humans wearing clothing. Yeah, ageless. Ageless is sick. Like her, I don't care. Like she just looks like that one skin from last battle pass. You know, like one of my least favorite battle pass skins because it's so boring. This dude, like, wow, look, this is so cool. And then you change to this girl, like, look at her. And then, do these not just look like the same character? This anime dude, he's alright. The battle pass, like, I appreciate that they're original characters now, but most of them just, at least they're more unique looking. And emotes this season sucked. Like, we have Lunar Party, which is just dumb. Like, what is this? I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't use TikTok. And, no, don't. Like, this, I don't know how to explain this. This just screams modern Nickelodeon to me. And not in a good way. Modern Nickelodeon, not early 2000s. And then, like, has the problem of, like, wow, this is exciting. I want to do this. Like, and then we go, and then there's, wow, hypnotic. Wow, yeah, this is so cool. Wow, look at this. Wow, that's so cool. Can you tell how excited I am seeing this? And at least Aegis' transformation is really cool. I really like that. Like, as a skin, he's fine when he's fully armored up. You know, I saw him, I was like, give him some good edit styles, and he'll look cool. And then you go to the bonus rewards, and then he's like all space and black stuff, like, especially when it switches to his, yeah, this just looks really cool. I saw that, I was like, oh, that's so cool, I can't wait to get it. And then this just looks so cool. Just wait for him. Look at this. This is just, it's so good looking. You know, like, wow. Oh, where's it at? I'm trying to point out something. Oh, why is it gold? I don't like the gold version. I don't like gold. Wow, this is so cool looking. Okay, I'm gonna switch to his back bling. I'm gonna click on edit style to change it to match the style that I'm using. Let me go back. Like, in his normal style, back bling looks really good, fits him really good. But why do they not, like, this just doesn't match? And he's holding the sword that, again, matches, but then you go to, why? This just looks so dumb. I posted to Reddit complaining about it, and a lot of people like, oh yeah, they haven't done that since, like, what's her face, since sometime chapter 2. It's just so dumb. I don't get it. So, I guess now I'm just sitting in the lobby, because matchmaking was canceled. Um, Map was cool. I like how I mean, they do this for like every season one, but it was really refreshing to see a lot of the Fortnite-ness BS gone for this season. Like, there weren't garbage OP NPCs all over the map. There's only one boss, which I hate bosses, but Ageless, I'll give him a free pass because he is an idiot, and I love it, just bullying him. He's like, hey, oh, you're close. I'm gonna hammer you. I saw him like 20 meters away from him because he took 4 years to pull out the hammer. And his hammer is pretty cool. Most mythics I don't really like because it's like, oh, it's a one-of-a-kind item in this one spot. So it's either you go here, like, especially in season 1 of last season, it's like, wow, every single place except for... My brother walked in, but, like, season 1 of last chapter, it's like, wow, this MK is insanely OP. What? Okay, if you will stop walking in. Like, is like, yeah, I want to go to this place because this MK has no recoil or whatever it's called. But then that it just invalidates every other POI because they don't have this MK. So it's dumb. But with Ageless Hammer, it's good because you get the sense of like, I killed the boss, I get something special, but it's also not overpowered because all it does is the hammer gives you 2 more bounces. Originally is 1, but now it gives you 2 extra bounces after the nerf, and it makes it feel special, especially killing someone and being like, oh, they had the mythic thing, It's cool. I like it. It's a good compromise. So, season was good. We're kind of in downtime, dead, whatever the term is called. And then Most Wanted happened. Most Wanted was such a cool update. You play Fortnite, you understand, but it was so fun because it was something new back when we were like, okay, this is dead time. Season's so far in that we're going to be working on next season, but there's too busy working on next season to work on updates. Instead of that, we got this huge update, and exotics became good because I normally have the same issue with exotics, but considering the fact that you could get them so much, there were multiple places where you could get exotics. There was a reroll, an augment that would give you a random one and stuff. It was fun. And the whole heat system was brilliant. I really like it. Who's messaging me? It made the hostile NPCs, great because like they would only attack you if you had a certain heat level. So, heat level was a risk reward. If you had low heat, then they wouldn't target you. Bosses wouldn't target you. You wouldn't be as easy to notice on the map, but you wouldn't be healed. Whereas your heat level goes up, you passively get faster and you get more heals. You just passive heals, which is great, but it also comes with the risk. To me, always go max heat. It was such a cool system. I hope they bring it back sometime. The worst part of the season, though, is Deku. Oh my god, I cannot stand the Deku smash. It's so unbelievably stupid. Like, it has long charge up, yes, but say you're in build mode and you are inside some builds, and then all of a sudden you hear whatever, I don't know how to say that, whatever the Deku starts to say, and then it's like, oh great, are they targeting me? Oh, let me get out of this build battle. Oh, I can't get out of it. I can't edit this wall because this is the enemy wall. By the time that you turn around and realize enemy wall, you're done. You're done. You can't get out because if you do, Deku has such a wide radius, you're dead. And oh, well, there's 5 walls blocking it. It doesn't matter. It'll pierce through as many walls as it wants. It even went through the Guardian shield. I don't think it does anymore, but still, the fact that it did is stupid. And oh, at least it's like some rare item. No, it spawns everywhere on the map. There were some times when, if you're out in the open, say, and someone's doing Deku, like, yeah, you could shoot him, but you can't always. Like, let's say you're inside a house. By the time you get out, they have already charged enough to where you can't kill them in time. Even if you, like, are in the house, you're right next to the door when you notice, it's still too late. And if it didn't pierce through builds, or it didn't one-shot you, even if you're at 250 health, then I'll be fine with it. But it's so unbelievable powered. Like, let's say you're in duos, and you're fighting a duo, and you're out in the field, and one of them starts to do Deku. Well, the thing is that you're dead. You're just dead, because you have to focus on the Deku. If you don't, then you're going to be killed by the Deku. So you start, you're not too far away from it, so you just start lasering them with your SMG. Well, their other teammate starts lasering you with their SMG, and in that time, your teammate is being killed by the Deku. Boom, you lost. All because they clicked the left click once. It's so stupid. I hate it. And it doesn't tell you at all. Like, there's one time when there was, like, 3 people building away from me, and I was scared, so I was just hiding in a box because I'm scared. And all of a sudden, I just hear a Deku. Okay, oh god, oh god. And then I die. There's no way I could have known that it was attacking me. It was so stupid. And then they're like, oh, we removed it because of some bug. Thank God. Oh, okay, it's back. Oh no. Oh, by the way, we brought back Kamehamehas. Wow, 2 OP anime mythics. This is gonna be so fun. My God, that was so annoying. I don't know why they think it's a good idea. And like after like a week or 2 of them being brought back, like no one used them. Thank God. There are I will go multiple rounds in a row, never hearing someone do it, which is great. It's just so infuriating when you ever have to deal with it. But I mean, at least it's really funny when you are in a house and someone starts to do it, and you're standing there point blank, and it's like, are you really trying to attack at me? And you just get him with your SMG. That's really fun. Yeah, so I hate Dekus. I really hope next season, because like in between the connected areas, the ground is like really destroyed, but not because there are multiple different areas. I like that, but I really hope next season it gets patched up and there's more seamless transitions. That's just the minor thing I want. So I don't feel like they could have done more with that idea, but instead it's like the closest, like it doesn't really, other seasons had just all of a sudden you're in the desert. It's like all of a sudden you're in the desert out of nowhere. All of a sudden you're in the tundra. So the whole fact that it's like bam, different biome, it doesn't really change anything because that's already happened before, and so like it doesn't really feel that way. But they could have done more with the idea of like worlds being collided, like maybe the whole medieval theme is in the fall area, but then the modern area it's like modern, or like some other place it's like, I mean they kind of did that, like the tundra area is more so like base, and the tundra and but it just doesn't feel like it was executed that well. It just doesn't. If you didn't tell someone that there's multiple worlds colliding, I don't think they would have noticed. Because like if I go to the map, there's this area and this area. That's the closest it gets. I feel like there could have been another biome somewhere. Like this area would be another biome, or the biomes would have been more distinct than just. I honestly forgot what I was talking about. I was talking about the worlds colliding, but like they could have done something more. I feel like I really hope they do. Part of me feels like they're gonna abandon the idea. Also, I really like being able to see space. That's really cool. I hope that they keep with that. Maybe do something cool with it. I'm fine with them just leaving it as it is. I also hope they bring back at least like one old POI, because it was kind of nice. Like to me, it's always nice having 1 or 2 POIs that are old. Chapter 2 did this really well. You had Pleasant, Salty. I think that was the only old POIs, right? Yeah. And they were reminiscent of old POIs. Agency, like pre-agency was very reminiscent of Loot Lake, and Weeping Woods was very reminiscent of Wailing Woods. That was great. Chapter 3 suffered from too much. It just didn't feel like its own thing. We had Greasy, Shifty, Tilted. The volcano was in the same place as it was in Chapter 1 with Sunny Steps, I think is what it's called. A very similar POI at the top right of the volcano, which was on the top right of the map, just like Chapter 1. And the desert in the bottom right. Like, it felt too much like the Chapter 1 map. And just, like half the POIs were old, which kind of gave it an identity issue, it kind of felt like. Which is this much of Chapter 1, like only half of it is new. And Chapter 4, I do appreciate that it's old, but I hope that they'll at least have one old POI, like, not taken straight from it, like, not saying they should just put Salty where Anvil is, like, copy and paste, but, like, they adapt it to make it feel more natural, because, this is the most different feeling map yet. And so I hope that they adapt some old, like, 1 or 2 old POIs. I'm not going to complain about all new POIs, but I'd like to see 1 or 2 new adapted old ones, just for familiarity. Familiarity. I feel like I'm not saying that right. I don't know. I don't know how much people actually care about my opinion. Also, I hope there's more small POIs on the edge of the map. Those rounds where you just want to play quietly. You don't want to have to deal with big fights. Like, if you want to do that, here works. Uh, here, that's a good place. Here's alright. Here's good. Here's good. That's decent. That's decent. That's a good place. There works. Here works. Like, there's just not enough on the outskirts. I feel like, especially most. I mean, like for solo, it's a good amount. You're usually gonna be fine, but like in duos, like it kind of works. I mean more so, only because it's so close to frenzy. You can expect half the people to be dead by the time you get there. It's all right. That's a good place. That kind of works. Yeah, there's not enough for duos just to have a quiet place to go, you know? Especially since, like, imagine the bus is going from here to here. For a duo, where can you go quietly? Here, kind of. Here you can expect, like, one or two people, which is quiet enough. Here, yeah, you can expect no one a decent amount of the time. And so, like, if you want to land quietly, it's really repetitive. You know, like, you can just land somewhere more, like, with more people, but, like, I don't always want to do that. So that also, I hope, gets fixed. I just really hope next season they don't just start nuking the map again, bringing in garbage OP weapons, like, making terrible changes, this and this and that, like they do with every other season. Chapter 3 Season 1 was great, it was so fun, but then they just completely ruined it with Season 2. Season 2 was garbage. I really hope they don't keep doing that because they did it for Chapter 2 also. Season 1 was really good. It went on longer than it had to, which is whatever. And then Season 2 was just garbage, Like, I know both Season 2s people really like, but I just hate them. I just really hope they don't stop doing this garbage. Hope that they start improving the battle. I mean, like, the battle pass is already leaked, and it's already been showed off. It's fine. I don't know. I'll be playing tomorrow. Probably be like playing as soon as I get up with Snowy, so may or may not record it. Whatever. That's my very short video about just my opinion on this season. I don't know how to end this. I'll be surprised if anyone watches this far.